Welcome. You're here for a reason. Somewhere deep inside you, there is a voice, a knowing that says you are meant for more. Not just more money, but more peace, more purpose, more ease. Wealth is not just a number in your bank account, it's a way of being, a way of thinking, and a way of showing up in the world. As you begin this journey, allow yourself to let go of resistance. Let go of any voice that has ever told you you're not worthy of abundance. That voice was never yours to begin with. In this space, you are safe to receive. This is a sacred space where transformation begins gently but powerfully. As the words unfold, they will speak directly to your subconscious, the part of you that decides what's possible. All you have to do is relax, listen, and allow. You may notice a shift today, or it may come gradually, quietly, like a sunrise. But make no mistake, the shift will come. You are about to reconnect with the truth that you are not only allowed to prosper, but destined to. This moment marks the beginning of a new relationship between you and money. One built on trust, openness, and ease. One that invites joy and, not guilt, permission instead of shame. Wealth is not something far away. It's closer than you think, already forming in the spaces where you choose belief over fear. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And as you do, say yes, yes to abundance, yes to expansion, yes to more. The day begins, and with it, a fresh invitation to rise into the person you were always meant to be. As the sun emerges, so too does your energy, full of clarity, purpose, and magnetism. Today is not just another day. It is a day you greet with open arms, knowing that abundance isn't something you hope for, it's something you expect. You walk into your day knowing that money, opportunities, and resources are already looking for you, already moving in your direction. You no longer shrink from your power. You no longer carry the belief that things have to be hard to be worth it. Instead, you move through your morning with the quiet confidence of someone who knows the universe responds to certainty. You are certain, not because of what you have in your hands right now, but because of what you hold in your heart and mind. The belief that you are a creator, not a victim, a magnet, not a chaser. You take action with joy, not desperation. You speak with faith, not fear. And you welcome the flow of money into your life, not with guilt, but with gratitude. Every task today is a seed planted. Every conversation, every effort, it is all working for your good. You are aligned with purpose, and so wealth comes not as a struggle, but as a byproduct of your alignment. As the world moves around you, you stay grounded in a truth that changes everything. Wealth is your natural state. You have been blessed with gifts that deserve to be rewarded. You have a mind that creates value, a heart that inspires trust, and a spirit that attracts more of what it loves. Today, the energy of wealth rises with you, not just in your thoughts, but in every step you take. Wealth begins in the unseen, in the beliefs you carry, in the thoughts you repeat when no one else is listening. For years, many of us inherited stories that made money feel distant, shameful, or conditional. But you are not your past. You are not your parents' financial patterns. You are not the stories of lack that filled your childhood. You are free now, free to choose a different narrative. You begin to see that wealth is not reserved for the lucky few, but available to anyone bold enough to believe. You are bold enough. You understand that your beliefs shape your reality, and so you choose to believe in abundance, not because you see it all around you yet, but because belief comes first. You understand now that what you see in your outer world is only a reflection of what you've accepted in your inner world, and you are rewriting that inner story, paragraph by paragraph, breath by breath. You are letting go of guilt, the guilt of wanting more, the guilt of receiving more. You understand now that your desire for financial freedom is not selfish, it's sacred, because with more, you can give more. With more, you can heal more. With more, you can live fully and serve generously. You recognize money as a tool, a neutral force that reflects your energy. You begin to see that you don't need to chase money, you need to align with it. You become someone who expects good things, not just hopes for them. You expect to win. You expect growth. You expect to prosper. There is nothing arrogant about walking in this energy. It is humble because it honors the divine truth that abundance is your inheritance. You were never meant to just survive. You were meant to thrive. Gratitude is not just a polite habit, it is an energetic magnet. The moment you begin to feel grateful, you shift into alignment with more. In this moment, as you breathe and listen, you are training your entire being to notice what is already good, and that awareness is power. You are no longer chasing wealth from a place of lack. You are receiving it from a place of fullness. You feel gratitude not only for the things you can count and touch, the roof over your head, the meals on your table, but also for the things that are still forming. You say thank you for the money that is already on its way. You say thank you for the blessings you cannot yet see because you trust they are real. You are no longer waiting to feel grateful until the evidence shows up. Gratitude is the evidence. It tells the universe, I am ready, I am open, I am already blessed, and in that energy, more finds its way to you. You become a match for abundance, not because you're working harder, but because you're noticing more. You begin to realize how much is already working in your favor. Every time you appreciate what you have, you are watering the soil of your wealth. Your body relaxes, your nervous system calms. You are no longer in survival mode, you are in receptivity. You've shifted from, why isn't it here yet, to, I know it's coming. You no longer feel the need to force or beg or compete. You have become a vessel for receiving. And in that shift, you understand one of the most important truths. The more grateful you are, the more you're entrusted with. Abundance flows to those who treat it like a blessing, not just a goal. And so you pause now. You close your eyes if you like, and you say, from deep within, thank you. Thank you for what I have. Thank you for what is on the way. Thank you for the abundance I now allow. It is time to remember something that the world may have taught you to forget. You were born worthy. Before the world taught you to struggle, to doubt, to settle, you knew joy. You knew that life was for you. Somewhere along the way, you may have started to believe that wealth had to be earned through pain, or that wanting more made you greedy. But now, you return to the original truth. Wealth is not a privilege for the few. It is your birthright. It is coded into your spirit. You are not here to hustle for worthiness. You are not here to beg for crumbs. You are here to walk in fullness, and that begins with claiming your identity as someone who is naturally wealthy in mind, in spirit, and soon in material form. This identity is not something you fake until you make it. It is something you remember until it becomes real. You no longer shrink. You no longer apologize. You expand. You take up space. You let yourself dream again. This is not about ego. It's about alignment. You are not saying, I'm better than others. You are saying, I'm done pretending. I'm less than I am. You are reclaiming the truth that the same intelligence that created the stars also created you, and it did not create you for poverty. You were designed for expansion, for joy, for freedom. When you walk into a room now, you carry the energy of someone who knows what they're worth. When you speak, it is with the calm assurance of someone who knows they are valuable. Not because of what they own, but because of who they are. Money is not your identity, but it is a tool that flows easily to those who stand fully in theirs. You are no longer waiting for permission to be wealthy. You are no longer asking for approval. You have decided, and in that decision, everything begins to shift. As your body begins to rest, your mind opens. The conscious world fades, and your subconscious steps forward, ready to receive, ready to absorb, ready to transform. This is where real change happens. While you sleep, your inner mind listens deeply, and the messages you feed it tonight will shape your reality tomorrow. So as you drift, these truths will become your foundation. You are safe to receive. You are safe to prosper. You are safe to let go of old limits. There is no need to cling to the stories of scarcity. They no longer serve you. You have nothing to prove, nothing to earn. You are worthy now, right now. Exactly as you are, money is flowing to you in quiet ways, even as you sleep. Solutions are being revealed. Opportunities are aligning. People who want to work with you, support you, buy from you, they are already thinking of you, already seeking you. You are being remembered in rooms you haven't entered yet. You are being included in blessings you didn't even know were coming. Tonight, your nervous system resets. You no longer associate wealth with stress. You associate it with ease. You fall asleep believing that wealth is normal, that miracles are normal, that overflow is not something that happens once, it's a way of life. Your sleep is peaceful, your rest is deep, and your subconscious is fully aligned with your new truth. Wealth is who I am. I receive it now. I allow it now. And I am so grateful. Let the words wash over you. Let them rewire you gently. In the morning, you will rise changed. In the morning, the world will meet a version of you who believes deeply that all things are possible. Wealth is not only built in the mind, it is built in motion. Every small, intentional step you take is a signal to the universe that you are ready for more. You no longer wait for the perfect moment. You understand now. Action creates clarity, and clarity creates momentum. You begin to realize that the version of you who already has the wealth is not someone far away. It's you, taking aligned steps day by day. As you move forward, it's not about hustling in fear or grinding without rest. That old way is over. Now you operate from inspiration, not desperation. You ask yourself, what would the wealthy version of me do today? And then you do it even if it's small. Maybe it's sending the email, making the offer, speaking your truth, creating the content, or simply showing up fully present. Every action taken in alignment with your vision builds trust in yourself and in the world around you. You no longer doubt the power of your decisions. You realize that wealth is attracted to those who are consistent with their energy and bold with their belief. You don't need to know every step. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving in the direction of what you say you want. And even when fear tries to creep in, you remind yourself, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move anyway. You are no longer stuck. You are in motion. You are building momentum. You are shifting from someday to now. And each small action, no matter how simple, becomes an investment in your future. You don't wait to be confident to take action, you act, and confidence grows as a result. Wealth responds to this energy. It notices your consistency. It recognizes your effort, and it rewards your trust. You are now the kind of person who shows up, who follows through, who takes the next step even when no one is watching. That is power. That is abundance in motion. You are magnetic. You may not always see it, but others can feel it. Your energy speaks before your words do. And when that energy is clear, when it's grounded in purpose and aligned with abundance, everything you touch starts to respond differently, especially your work. Whether you run a business, work for someone else, or create something entirely your own, you now show up with an inner glow that cannot be faked. You aren't here just to make money, you're here to make impact. And because of that, money follows you. People want to buy from you, hire you, collaborate with you, support you, because they can feel your authenticity. You don't chase clients or beg for attention. You attract by being deeply aligned. You understand now that wealth isn't created just by talent or intelligence, it's created through energy. When you work from a place of joy and service, when you believe in what you're offering, you become unstoppable. People feel your belief and they mirror it. They invest because you've invested in yourself, in your value, in your vision. You've dropped the need to convince. You no longer play small or hide what you do. You stand fully in your worth, knowing that your voice, your skills, your story, they all matter. Money flows easily when you operate in your zone of truth. And when you rest without guilt, because you understand, rest is a part of your wealth. Your magnetism increases when you're fully charged. Now, your days are no longer filled with resistance. You don't dread your work. You infuse it with meaning. You find ways to bring light into everything you do. And because of that, doors open, opportunities arrive. The right people notice. Because you have become magnetic, not by force, but by alignment. Scarcity is not just about a lack of money, it's about a belief that there will never be enough. Enough time, enough opportunities, enough support, enough love. That belief can wrap itself around your nervous system until it feels like a permanent part of you. But now, in this moment, you are releasing it. You are no longer available for the lie that lack is your destiny. It was never your truth. Fear taught you to shrink. Scarcity taught you to expect disappointment, but you are done carrying those old stories. You are not here to repeat cycles of struggle. You are here to rewrite them. And you don't need to wait for the external proof. To let go, the letting go is what allows the proof to arrive. You start to see fear for what it really is, a protector that no longer serves you. It tried to keep you safe by keeping you small, but you're not here to play small. You're here to grow, to expand, to overflow, and that means allowing yourself to move forward, even when fear whispers in the background. You see it, you thank it, and you walk forward anyway. Scarcity taught you to hold tight, to hoard, to say no, even when your heart said yes. But now you know that real wealth lives in flow. You are generous because you believe more will come. You invest because you believe in your return. You rest because you believe that your value is not tied to constant motion. You begin to forgive yourself for every moment you believed you weren't enough. You were learning, you were surviving, but now you are choosing differently. You are choosing abundance. Not just as a wish, but as your new normal. You breathe deeper now. You loosen your grip, and in that space, something powerful enters. Trust. You trust that your needs will be met. You trust that life supports you. You trust that you don't need to chase or beg, you just need to allow. And as that trust takes root, fear has no choice but to dissolve. Scarcity fades into memory, and in its place, a new truth rises. I am safe. I am held. I am free to be wealthy. This is who you are now, not someone pretending, not someone hoping, but someone becoming. You are the kind of person who wakes up feeling supported. You no longer wonder if you deserve wealth. You embody it. You live in a way that reflects it. Wealth is not just about numbers anymore. It is about how you carry yourself, how you treat yourself, how you move through the world. The wealthy version of you is grounded, calm, clear. You make decisions from power, not panic. You no longer wait for money to change how you change how you feel, and money responds. This is the shift. This is the secret. And now it belongs to you. You live in a state of readiness, not anxiety, not neediness, readiness. You are ready to receive, ready to lead, ready to expand. You don't flinch at the price tag. You don't shrink from the opportunity. You no longer second-guess your value. You show up with a quiet knowing that abundance is your companion, not your reward. And you begin to notice the little things that once passed you by. The ease of a paid bill, the quiet peace of a decision made without fear. The power of investing in yourself without guilt. This is what wealth feels like. It feels like choice. It feels like freedom. It feels like peace. Now, your identity is anchored. You no longer return to your old limits. They don't fit anymore. You have expanded beyond them. Even when doubt tries to knock, you remember who you are. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your circumstances. You are a powerful co-creator. You are a magnet for miracles. You are abundance in human form. Let that truth sink in. Let it shape the way you speak. Let it shift the way you walk. Let it guide the way you create, share, and serve. Because now, everything in your life is catching up to the truth that you have finally claimed. I am wealthy, not just in money, but in mindset, spirit, and being. And that wealth, now anchored deep within me, can never be taken away. Money has been many things to you, a cause of stress, a source of survival, a distant dream, sometimes even a symbol of guilt. But today, something shifts. You begin to realize that your relationship with money isn't just about numbers or income, it's about trust, emotion, memory. Somewhere in your past, you were taught that money was scarce, that you had to struggle for it, that you weren't meant to have too much. And maybe those teachings weren't cruel, maybe they were survival strategies passed down from those who were afraid. But you no longer live in that reality. You are ready to unlearn the fear, to let go of the shame, to stop punishing yourself for wanting more. Money is not a measure of your goodness or your worth. It is an energy, a reflection, a tool. You are safe to want it. You are safe to receive it. You are safe to enjoy it without apology. You're not healing your bank account first, you're healing the way you speak to yourself about money. And that changes everything. Before wealth can enter your life, it must feel welcome. Not by your words, but by your energy. And energy is built on self-worth. If deep down you don't believe you're worthy of wealth, it won't stay. It will resist you, hide from you, or slip through your hands. But you were never meant to beg for what already belongs to you. You don't have to earn permission to prosper. You don't have to shrink, overcompensate, or hustle to prove you're good enough. You already are. Self-worth means deciding that you're valuable even when no one is clapping. It means choosing to rest when the world demands more of you, because you know you don't have to burn out to deserve wealth. It means raising your prices, saying no, setting boundaries, not out of arrogance, but alignment. The moment you decide that you are enough, just as you are, life begins to mirror that belief. Your worthiness is not something you work for. It's something you remember, something you return to, something you now claim, fully and without apology. Vagueness repels. Clarity attracts. When you are uncertain, the universe waits. But when you move with precision, not perfection, but purpose, energy begins to organize around you. You're no longer asking, "Can I have wealth?" You're declaring, "This is where I'm going. This is who I'm becoming." That level of clarity changes everything. It sharpens your decisions, your habits, your self-image. You stop chasing random opportunities and start recognizing aligned ones. You don't have to have the full map, but you do need the direction. Vision is not about obsession. It's about orientation. It gives your subconscious a compass, and the clearer you are, the quicker the path unfolds. You're not sitting and wishing anymore. You're walking and building. Every step you take in clarity is a signal, and the world responds in kind. You've spent a lifetime striving, proving yourself, chasing worth, pushing through. But what if the next level of your abundance doesn't require force, but softness? What if the door to wealth opens when you stop banging on it, and instead sit quietly and trust it will open from within? There is strength in stillness. Receiving is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is knowing that your energy is already enough to call in what you need. It's understanding that you don't have to constantly be in motion to be in alignment. You've learned how to work. Now, you're learning how to allow. You don't need to micromanage your manifestations. You need to relax into the truth that what is meant for you is already in motion. As you calm your nervous system, you create space. And in that space, wealth finds its way to you, effortlessly, elegantly, quietly. The journey to wealth is never linear. It is curved with delays, redirections, and what some call failure. But in truth, failure isn't an end, it's a recalibration. Resilience is your greatest wealth because it means you can keep going no matter how many times life tests you. It means that even when the numbers look low, your spirit stays high. It means you choose to learn rather than quit. The truly wealthy are not those who avoid struggle. They're the ones who rise with each fall, who grow thicker roots with each storm. You're no longer afraid of starting over. You're no longer afraid of looking foolish. You understand now. Resilience is your inner currency, and with it, you can rebuild anything. You are a creator, not just of content, art, or ideas, but of reality. Your thoughts shape form. Your imagination plants futures. That makes your creativity the most valuable asset you possess. The wealth you seek may not come from what's predictable, but from what you invent. A new approach, a bold solution, a heartfelt story, a different way of doing what's always been done. You're allowed to break the rules. You're allowed to create something that's never existed before. Your creativity isn't just cute, it's currency. And when you stop censoring your ideas and start trusting them, doors begin to open. Some of the greatest fortunes were built not by following trends, but by starting them. So don't underestimate your weird idea, your scribbled thought, your late-night dream. That spark could be your breakthrough. Big wealth starts small. It's not just in six-figure launches or surprise windfalls. It's in how you speak about money when no one's listening. It's in how you treat a single coin with gratitude or disregard. It's in choosing growth over gossip, stillness over panic, intention over impulse. Your wealthy self already lives inside you. They just make different micro-decisions. They turn down what drains. They invest in what compounds. They show up when it's easier to quit. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being aligned. Over time, those tiny shifts create seismic change. You don't wait for wealth to act like the future version of yourself. You embody them now in the way you eat, speak, spend, breathe. That is the mindset that attracts more, not by effort, but by embodiment. Gratitude is not just a nice idea, it's a frequency. When you live in gratitude, you're not asking for more from a place of lack. You're recognizing the abundance that already exists. And what you focus on multiplies. This doesn't mean you ignore what's missing. It means you acknowledge what's working, and, from that energy, you invite more to align. Gratitude doesn't shrink your ambition. It fuels it with joy. It makes your journey lighter, your relationships warmer, your perspective richer. You stop seeing wealth as something out there and start feeling it in the moment you're in the food on your plate, the roof above you, the ideas flowing in. And as you say, thank you, more often, life echoes back. Here's more. Holding on to old pain is like keeping a door locked from the inside. You can beg for blessings, but they won't come through. Not because they aren't trying, but because you've shut the emotional gates. Forgiveness is the key, and it's not about letting others off the hook. It's about releasing yourself from their grip. Every person you forgive, every regret you let go of, every mistake you stop replaying, it frees your energy. It unblocks your receiving. It makes room for new experiences that aren't shaped by your wounds. Wealth is a flow state, and forgiveness is the unclogging of the pipe. You don't forgive because they deserve it. You forgive because you do. You don't need to wait for the outer world to validate your abundance. You are already in motion. Every insight you've had, every mindset shift you've embodied, every limiting belief you've challenged, it's all part of the becoming. You may not see the full results yet, but beneath the surface, foundations are forming. You're showing up with more courage, speaking about money with more peace, believing in your path with more trust. That is wealth, already in action. You're not beginning from zero. You're standing on layers of inner work, invisible breakthroughs, and spiritual upgrades. Trust the timing. Honor the effort. Know this. Truth deeply. You are already becoming who you were always meant to be. As we reach the close of this journey, let this truth settle into your heart. You are not just attracting wealth. You are becoming it. Every breath you've taken while listening, every shift in thought, every softened judgment, every awakened intention, these are not small. These are seeds and wealth. True wealth is not found only in your bank account or possessions. It is in your peace of mind. It is in the way you carry yourself with quiet confidence. It is in the love you give freely. It is in the gratitude you feel without needing more. It is in the certainty that you are safe to desire, safe to expand, safe to thrive. You no longer chase abundance. You recognize that it flows through you. You walk in alignment. You rest in trust. You rise with clarity. You receive with grace. You are magnetic. You are guided. And every day, you are becoming more of who you truly are. Wealth does not change who you are. It reveals you. So let the affirmations continue to echo in your heart even when the video ends. Let them guide you into sleep, into action, into trust, and into your becoming. You are enough. You are open. You are ready. And so it is.